Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Alex here, another Q&A today. On today's video, questions and answers. You ask me questions, I will eventually, inshallah, one day answer them. You ask me many questions usually on my YouTube channel in the comment section, so I'm gonna dissect my comment section a little bit on today's video. So let's see what you guys are asking me. So I'm gonna start the video right here. All right, this is the Q&A for today's video. First question: how many accommodations does Etihad have for cabin crew? I have heard that they are full and new joiners are settled in hotels. Is it true? Yes, that is actually true. I think they reached the full capacity and in many of our accommodations, and they started putting new joiners, the people coming into Etihad nowadays, in hotels. Now, granted, they're very nice hotels and everything is good, like, don't worry about it. It's quite cool, actually, to go in a hotel for the first part. They reach full capacity because there's so many new joiners and there's so many new people joining, and we need more accommodation. So right now, I think there's two buildings in construction that are soon, or they're very soon gonna be ready. So yeah, that's gonna happen pretty soon. How many accommodations does Etihad have now? Let me just think about it. So, okay, right now, as far as I know, we have roughly seven buildings, from which two of them in the Masdar area, they're quite large and they have a lot of people. So yeah, that's the answer to this question. All right, let's see. Recently I applied for the post of cabin crew in Etihad Airways. So what do you think, it is easy to join in this field? So you're asking me if it's easy to be a cabin crew. That's a very broad question. Like, I don't even know what to say to that, to be honest, because for some people it may be very easy to join, for others it may be more difficult, or at least it may take a lot of effort and a lot of tries. Like, you might have to go to 3 open days and 4 assessments until you get a job or something like that. So yeah, it really depends. Some people, they just go and try, and the first try they got the job, and joining date 1 month after, and halas, they are in Abu Dhabi very fast. That can happen. Or I know one guy, he eventually got the job, but he tried 8 times or 9. That has been it, but he was persistent about it and eventually he got it. Hey Alex, what about Qatar social media policy? Anyway, AEY is my love, basically. Okay, Qatar Airways social media policy is strict. It's strict. There's no going around the subject. Qatar social media policy is strict. If you are posting photos in the uniform on your Instagram, for example, you can. First of all, you can, but there's so many things you have to consider. You cannot have any bikini photos. You cannot have any smoking photos. You cannot have photos in which you hold a drink. You cannot have kind of sexy photos, if you know what I mean. So all of those things, you cannot really have them on your page. So your Qatar crew profile should be extra super professional. You have to regulate your comments. You have to regulate so many things. So that's Qatar social media policy. That's why mostly you will not really see Qatar cabin crew posting in uniform on their social media. They will have their account private, generally speaking, and they will not really share too many things about Qatar. Yeah. How about Etihad? Well, Etihad is much cooler on social media. Like, within Etihad, you also have to respect the brand. You have to respect the uniform. You have to be kind of professional when posting in uniform, and you have to be a bit careful. But it's not like Qatar. They're much more relaxed when it comes to it. You know, you can post photos in the galley, in the cabin. You can post photos outside in uniform. It's fine. You can make those TikToks kind of videos. You can make those Instagram kind of videos. As long as you keep things professional, you should be fine. Now, yes, bikini photos and sexy photos is kind of a no-no as well on the profile if you have uniform pics. But other than that, it's pretty relaxed, I would say. So yeah, you can take a look on my Instagram. My Instagram, like they said, it's a good example for a good EY profile, let's say. Okay, next question. Does Etihad hire female cabin crew at age 40? Now, to be honest, I cannot really say. I cannot really know for sure, but I have met quite a few 30 plus, 35-year-old new joiners. So yes, they exist. It's not the majority of them by any means. However, if we're talking about the age 40, I haven't really met any new joiners age 40. So I think that's a bit of a stretch. I don't know. Mostly they range from 21 to 35. This is the general range that you will find new joiners at. Angela, no worries, we will have a podcast soon. Angela is one of the new joiners in Etihad. We met at a Formula One event. Great person, great girl. And we have to do that podcast soon, absolutely. Alex, I wanted to ask, is it important to have previous flight attendant job experience before applying for Etihad Airways? And is it important to know swimming? Now, it is not required to have a previous flight attendant experience. In fact, many times, many of those airlines, they prefer the crew not to have experience to be more coachable, let's say. But I would say there is a mix. For example, in Etihad, yes, there is a mix of people with some kind of flying experience and new joiners that have never worked in aviation before. Now, did they have probably a customer service job before? Yes, that's one of the requirements actually to apply for this job. As a crew, as a person that has flown before, will you have an advantage? Maybe. Maybe. Is it important to know how to swim? I would say yes. It's obviously stipulated you should be able to swim like 30 meters or something, but nobody will put you to swim without a life vest as well. So take that into consideration as well. It's not really like you will not go Olympic swimming over there in the training academy, right? So don't worry too much about it. I have been working in a Brazilian company as a cabin crew for over 5 years. I am 27. Am I old to try Etihad? Love watching your videos. Thank you. No, that's amazing thing. You have experience and you're young. 27, it's still young, you know, it's still fine. You don't have to worry about it. So just apply, absolutely. This was 3 months ago, so maybe you're already a cabin crew for us. Who knows? How tall are you? I am 187 or 6'1". I said that in previous cabin crew Q&As. Hi Alex, I'm 16 years of age and my dream is to be an Etihad cabin crew, but as a Muslim, I can't serve wine. Can you please make a video and talk about airlines that allow beards and doesn't serve wine? Thank you. Well, first of all, what's the thing with the wine? Like, how about some gin tonic, mate? How about some whiskey? What you mean is you cannot really serve alcohol, generally speaking. I know that. Because you're a Muslim and this is the way it should be. I am aware, guys. I really know about those things. Don't worry. First of all, you're too young. You're 16 years. So you have a few years to wait until you can become a cabin crew. You're a young bloke. But you have to serve alcohol. It's one of the requirements for those airlines. And as I said in the previous video, you have to sign a contract that also stipulates you should be able to serve alcohol on board. So if you're not able to do that, you shouldn't really take this job. One airline that's called the dry airline is an airline that doesn't have any alcohol on board. As far as I know, that is Saudia. Saudi Airlines. It doesn't have any alcohol on board, so you don't have to serve alcohol. About the beer situation, I'm not really sure. People say you should be clean shaven in Saudi Airlines, so that's a bit of a gray area at the moment for me. I should do my research before answering this question. But yes, in Etihad Airways, Emirates or Qatar, you need to be able to serve alcohol. It's one of the requirements. Do we have a cabin crew vacation? 15 days, 22 days. I actually answered this. The answer is 30 days per year. So you have 1 month per year vacation, and you can split it in like 10-10-10 or 20-10 or I don't know, 15-15. You can split it, right? You can split it, or you can have the full month. You can request the full month. All right, so how many Etihad planes still wear the old livery? For those of you not familiar with aviation terms, livery means paint job. The paint job of those planes. So how is the plane painted? That's called a livery. To be honest, I'm not really sure. There is 2 liveries in Etihad. The newest one, the triangle-shaped squares kind of livery, which is very popular. And everybody likes the way the planes look in Etihad, and the theme, the general theme, is quite cool and looks very fancy and luxurious. The old livery was basically the UAE national flag, or the emblem on the tail with the UAE national flag stripes. That was the old livery. And as far as I know, we still have it on some of our Boeing 777s. And maybe a couple of 320s, Airbus A320s. I'm not sure exactly how many, but very, very few. Hello, Alexander. Can you tell me if you can bring your family to Abu Dhabi after being hired by Etihad? Yes, you can. The answer is yes, you can. I'm not sure if you can do it within the probation period. You have a probation period of 6 months, in which some things may not be available. You have to make a visitor request, and you can bring your family, but you have to bring person of the same sex. So for example, if you're a girl, you can bring your mother, your sister. If you're a dude, you can bring your brother, your father, but you cannot really bring both unless you live within a single company accommodation, or if you live outside. But if you share the flat with a flatmate, you cannot bring the other gender, right? As far as I know, that's the rule still. So yeah, many people, if they want to bring both parents, sometimes they will have a hotel or something, but not within company premises. Accommodation question. Is it your own private apartment or you share it with other crew members? Is it completely free or do you pay bills or rent? Can you invite family? So again, the question about the family, friends, or is it forbidden? Thank you in advance. Okay, so firstly, you will have a flatmate. But by the time you upgrade to become a cabin senior or a cabin manager, you may live in single company accommodation. That means you will move to an apartment just by yourself as a cabin senior and as a cabin manager. So if you upgrade, that's one of the benefits. You will live without any flatmate. You will live on your own in a cool apartment with 1 bedroom. You'll have 1 living room, 1 bedroom, and your usual bathroom and kitchen. So that will be if you are a senior. As a junior, or as me, as working in business class, I still have a flatmate, which is the case for everybody. The apartment is free. You don't have to pay any rent. That's one of the benefits of working with one of those airlines in the Middle East. You don't have any bills, you don't have any rent, and you don't have any utilities. I don't pay anything for water, electricity, or anything else. And if something breaks, my English is so bad. If something breaks in my apartment, I will also call maintenance. They will just come in half an hour and they will fix it. That's one of the perks. I'm actually quite not scared, but if I go back home to Romania, if I move to a different country, if I move my location, I will not have those benefits, and it kind of creeps me out. Like, it's so easy to just not pay any utilities, any bills. You don't pay nothing. I just pay my internet every month, which I make a subscription for. But other than that, I don't pay nothing. And let's say you have a plumbing issue. Your water starts acting funny, or your toilet is clogged. You call the maintenance and they are done in a few minutes, and that's it. and you don't pay for it. This is, you know, we all take it for granted here in Abu Dhabi, you know, like we live here and we all take this for granted, but it's actually pretty cool. Like it's such a cool thing. Like back in Romania, you have a problem with your water heater, or you have a problem with your plumbing. You have to call the guy, make an appointment, you will wait a few days, it will be more expensive than you thought and all of that stuff. And then you just, you know, you have white hairs in your head already. Like it's just crazy, right? But here, bam, 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 half an hour later, job is done, nothing to be paid. So that's cool. Can you invite family? Yes, as I said before, you can, but it should be the same gender to live in your flat, to be in your flat. Okay, and with this question, we have finished this Q&A. Just random questions on my YouTube channel, or rather from my YouTube channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. Maybe I'll do some more. Let me know in the comment section down below if you think it's a good idea. More Q&A videos. If you are applying for Etihad, Emirates or Qatar, I hope you make it. Do your research. Be professional, talk professional, and look professional. So important. That's it for this video, ladies and gents. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Until next time, bye-bye.